All right, folks. So, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Season 2, aka Curse of the Shadows, has ended. So, here is the whole entire series review, or series in review. So, is it better than the first one? No, the first one actually figured out how to get a gimmick and get you roped in. The second one, I think by the third or fourth episode I was in, but it took a while for me to actually be okay with it. Like I said in the series premiere review or season premiere review, it's like, yeah, there's some characters I didn't like at all, and in the end, she was tolerable. It's like she got tolerable. So from beginning to end is just a fact of where it starts out with the leader. Crap, I forgot his name. He's like, yeah, well, the leader, he actually stumbled upon a curse, tried to break the curse, and he failed. And eventually, the Shadow Man gets him. Now we get to, I'm going to say co-captain, because it seems like to me, it's like, yeah, they get nicknames. So the co-captain. So the co-captain, which is his best friend, he's actually worried about him. And well, then they started to try to figure things out. And sadly, due to the protector, I guess that's what his name is. Is he the protector? Yeah, he's the protector. He kind of miscalculated, and daylight saving time actually kind of screwed him over or something like that. And well, and also just some nature terms, it turns out that, oh no, they were still in the forest even though they shouldn't be in the forest, and now they're all cursed. And it's basically just an amazing thing of one by one of unbelievable stuff where it's like they gotta figure it out. Sardo, who is the owner of a magic shop, actually is there to somewhat court them. And there's lots of kids how they all have something on their plate, and it gets very, very cutthroat at times. It's like, yeah, some of it gets cutthroat. The co-captain actually is part of a wrestling team, the wrestling team of their high school, and also the leader was part of the wrestling team as well. So he kind of gets a little bit screwed at times of where he got late and stuff like that, but it was because of the freaking trying to figure stuff out. Shadow Man is completely what the fuck. Yeah, he's seriously what the fuck. I'm like, whoa, oh my gosh, he is really, really, really getting these kids trying to get out. And they did a good job defending themselves until the point of where they all fall down. It's like, yeah, the fourth episode was when everyone starts to fall down. So they tried their best, and apparently, when they decided to use the Book of Shadows, which they retrieved, gave it back to Sardo after retrieving it. So they retrieved it. He read something. He gave it back to Sardo. Turns out the spell he read actually turned the Shadow Man into his best friend. Hey! Meanwhile, note every single kid that was taken by the Shadow Man is trapped underneath the lighthouse in. Will I get copyrighted for this? I wonder if they'll get screwed over by this, but we're gonna say it anyways. This Shadow Realm. Yeah, it's like, yeah, just don't tell 4Kids or whoever owns freaking Yu-Gi-Oh now that I said it's Shadow Realm and they said it's Shadow Realm, because then it's gonna get us into a suing frenzy of being like, we claimed that first. Go fuck yourself. We claimed it first. You jerks. Anyways, so in the Shadow Realm, every kid that he abducted is there. Those poor children, including the leader. So they're trying to figure stuff out, but they're just stuck in there. And then he actually did something messed up to the leader, and now he has his form. So what he's gonna do now is get every kid one by one alone and stuff. And well, thanks to having to try to figure something out, the principal's like, oh my gosh, the freaking damn principal. Not my cup of tea, but I'm pretty sure there's people out there who actually would be digging on the principal. You know what I'm saying? But for me, not my cup of tea. And she was kind of a bit of a jerk to the protector, being like, oh, because everyone's like just being like, oh, throwing blame. It's like, yeah, we're making this is a committee. The committee to actually throw the prom or what, not prom. It's like some kind of freaking dance Friday something, you know what high schoolers do sometimes. Party bash or whatever. So now he has to do it, and now he's getting a little bit more pressure because, well, they're still trying to go against Shadow Man, and he didn't have time to do anything. So yeah, now he has to freaking hop to it, and then as soon as he hopped to it, he did a decent job, thank goodness. But now the Shadow Man is actually just assumed the position. Oh my gosh, that sounds horrible. Sardo decided to come to the rescue because he found out that, oh, you did read the book, you jerks. So he was able to whisk everyone away, and they all run for it. But sadly, the protector got taken away. And then we get into episode, was it episode 5? No, I think it was an episode, still part of episode 4. So this is where it gets some bullshit. Okay, this is where I'm pissed off, and it's like, sorry kids who's watching this, which you shouldn't be watching this, but if you're watching this anyways, sorry. I'm gonna try to keep it light and nice. So this is where I really actually got really upset and disappointed. It's the fact of where we have the guy who is posing, yeah, the poser leader, let's say poser leader or the Shadow Man, decides to be like, oh, I'm gonna go to your freaking parents and I'm gonna tell them that you freaking burnt curfew and crap. And it's like, this is some bullshit. And it's like, okay, Mr. Oh, I'm gonna tell your parents. Now you're in big trouble, and now you guys can't leave the freaking place, so I can easily go get your hack. Is okay, hold on. Why the frick didn't you get the protector's mother involved? I mean, there's no way, shape, or form you wouldn't know he's missing if you really actually were being truthful and being something honorable, because you wouldn't know. So that means that, yeah, to save his freaking KSS, he didn't bring his mom into this. Where it's like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And well, apparently, considering one person who actually is a mom, they told me that this was practically bad writing because they wouldn't listen to their kids. They'll listen to this guy who is a friend of their children, but won't actually listen to their actual kids about their explanation. So we have the co-captain. He's getting actually a bit pushed around or downtrodden or whatever, where it's like, okay, well, you're grounded and you're not going anywhere except for freaking here. You're not going anywhere. I'm so disappointed in you. And the worst one actually is Cutthroat, is really the I say kind-hearted person. I would say kind-hearted person. Well, anyways, the one that actually is very smart, the intelligent of the group, the intellect of the group. She wanted to get her learner's permit or her license, and well, because she kept on taking the car because of issues of Shadow Man. So now the mom is very disappointed in her. She missed her PSATs that she'd been studying for, and now her mom is grilling on her, being like, I don't know you anymore. I mean, if you really actually want something, if you really actually strive to actually have something, then you should fight it. And it's like, her freaking comment that she said in this freaking episode was messed up, because it's like, I was at the point of being like, okay, fine, let's just allow your kids to die forever. Are you happy with that? Your kids disappeared. Oh my goodness, because you grounded them instead of allowing them to actually handle stuff. And it's like, this is messed up, and they'll never really understand what's going on here. It's like the parents won't freaking understand. The only way how they can understand is like, okay, fine, y'all guys go into the freaking dark woods at night and then come back to me on the whole thing of, oh, you're grounded and stuff. Of course, I think it only happens to children. It only affects children and teenagers, not adults. So yeah, that was like the thing that ticked me off. Of course, yes, the strong one and the magician. Yeah, I didn't mention that. The one who's an activist, that one I didn't really care much about. They got grounded too. Of course, they got grounded too. But at least the good news is that, well, her mom is not that bad to look at. Yes, the freaking choice of the freaking season. I would choose her. And of course, the kids who's watching this illegally, ew, gross. But I'm like, yeah, you should, yeah, go ahead, kids, you say that, but oh, you'll learn someday. You'll learn someday, children. But anyways, so they had no choice but to break what the parents were actually talking about. They went to the party. And well, oh yeah, sorry, this is after the party. So they had to break it one more time. Sardo actually is getting a little bit doomed, but they're actually setting a trap for him. And the trap doesn't work. Yeah, the trap doesn't work, and then one by one they're getting taken away. So the strong one, aka the activist, got taken. I was like a little bit yay, a little bit. It's like, yeah, that was a jerk move. The co-captain had to lie to the magician about his sister. Then the kind-hearted one, the intellect, got taken away, and then the magician got taken away. So all that's left is the co-captain. So now the co-captain has to think about it, and Sardo is now dead. Sardo was killed. Sorry, children, to say that, but yeah, he was killed. So he had to go back to the magic shop, do a seance, talk to Sardo, and Sardo actually saw all this coming, and that's why he was like, this is what we need to do. So the plan is for them to actually have they're going to use a time travel spell to go back in time and to return the light to the city, aka they're going to actually fix the lighthouse so the lighthouse is back on. Okay, so, and save the daughter, of course. Yeah, save daughter, save Julia, because Julia's the one that started all this crap. Because this Shadow Man is actually her father. And I would tell you one thing. It's like when it's all over, I would pimp slap the person that actually is the dad. I would kind of pimp slap him though. Even though he didn't do anything and he wouldn't do anything anymore, still he deserves to get pimp slapped for the freaking stuff that he caused the children. It's like it's like all the ones who've been taken. I'm jumping ahead of everything. So first things first, it turns out the Shadow Realm, you're able to get out of the Shadow Realm. All you need is just have the shadow of a key so they can actually unlock it, but they actually had to unlock it and use a bombing pin. So once they do that, all the kids that came out, they were freed. I guess they went to heaven, question mark. So yeah, they died because, well, they passed their prime of where they're supposed to live. So they're gone. Well, in quotations, past the prime of where they lived. So the others came back, and then the plan of where they go back in time and do it. And well, they saved Julie. Thank goodness. We had the protector going to get the key. And I was like, well, if Julie's going to slip, how do you think he's going to survive? And well, lo and behold, Julia's an idiot because it turns out there was freaking rope nearby. There was freaking rope nearby. So if she would have tied it somewhere, even though she might have died still, at least she would have died by actually having a branch instead of slipping off the cliff. Just saying. But yeah, they got the key. They turned on the lighthouse, got the lighthouse ready. They lured Shadow Man into it because, well, even though they went to the past, Shadow Man was still waiting for them. And then they got Shadow Man at the lighthouse. They shot the lighthouse light at him, and he is no more. And since Julie's here, there's no real reason for him to actually do it. So lo and behold, of course, the petition that they needed 6 more signatures, and there's 6 kids here. So 6 of them signed. They saved the lighthouse and thus fixed everything. So they return back in time. We don't get to see Julia as an adult, sadly, but we do get to see the cute sweetie that actually had like one story told about her. And of course, the leader actually had a shine to this little one. Yeah, it's kind of crazy now Zoe, that's her name. It turns out that Zoe now is a parent of her own, and now she has a little daughter. That's crazy. It's like, that's freaking crazy. It's like, do I know you? So no one remembers anything except for those 6 of them. So no one remembers anything. And of course, we saw the principal go into Sardo's place, hitting on Sardo because, well, apparently yeah, sorry, kids are listening, so no, I can't continue on with that. So Sardo actually might know a little bit. He might actually retain his memory. And well, there you go. That's everything. I think it ended nicely. I kind of sort of wanted it to end this way, of where it turns out that the boy who came in the first season, who's like, I need to have a story for the Midnight Society, this was his story. So it's like, oh, it's been revealed that, oh my gosh, no freaking way. So it's like the stories might actually just be a story told by one of the ones that we saw in the first season. Smart plan. Bravo, magnificent. But it didn't happen that way. Instead, it's just that it's another Midnight Society that we saw. Apparently, there's Midnight Societies all over the United States of America. And who will be the next person that actually will get chosen? We will have to see next year. Oh, damn it. No, hopefully not next year. Hopefully it's March. So in 5 months. No, sorry, not 5 months, 7 months. So hopefully they have enough time to actually film and give us season 3. Because you delayed it for the astronauts. Not a bad series, but still I kind of sort of would like you to continue on with this. But considering the astronauts was a kind of big hit, you can understand that they're doing season 2 of the astronauts and now land in October. And now we have this messed up discombobulation of where we're going to get Are You Afraid of Dark on February's now. And we're going to get astronauts on November. I really hope they fix this. I really hope they fix it. So we can get season 3 because you decided to choose the astronauts instead of Are You Afraid in the Dark. You did this. How dare you? But anyways, this whole entire thing, watch or don't watch, should you watch it? Even though I just spoiled the whole thing, but there's more stuff to the story. So the good news is that even though I just gave you an outline of it, I didn't truly actually ruin it for you. There's more stuff. There's more stuff to discover. There's more stuff to see. And it's just, you have to behold it yourself. Just because of me talking about it doesn't mean anything. Seeing is a different experience. So watch or don't watch, I say it's between the two. First time ever is between the two. I would say yes, watch it. But if you're expecting it to go over the top and beat the first season, you're not going to get that. And at least the good news is that the Protector, let me say this, the Protector didn't get to have a date at the dance. Damn. But at the end of the whole thing, it turns out this one girl that we saw already in some episodes, turns out she was a perfect match instead of trying to go for the popular girl, somewhat popular girl. So that was nice. It ended nice for him too. So he got the girl, the let's say strong-willed, and the co-captain, they actually came together, and the intelligent and the leader came together. So everyone had a happy ending. Everyone has a good happy ending. We're all good. And it ends with the next story, which we don't know. So hopefully they might actually get the idea of doing it to where it's like, yeah, they're going to rope it in. So season 2 cast will be actually telling this story, or the co-captain's telling the 3rd season story. Hopefully that's how it's going down. If not, oh well. Anyways, yeah, so it's a decent watch. I would say definitely watch it, but I would strongly suggest, if you really truly want to actually have something to watch in October, wait until October to watch it. But I'm pretty sure they're going to even spoil it anyways. And well, they're going to show it in October anyway. So it's like, I don't know what to choose. If you want to watch it, watch it. If you want to actually have something in October to be waiting for, instead of just being like, oh, I hope season 3 is coming. Hopefully they do it. I hope they do it and put it back straight. At least you have season 2 to fall back on. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to go. Eat to go.